Hi, good morning. In this lesson, we try to see with a practical example of what we have learned so to apply the four important rules of organic positioning through content writing. We will start from the first, the most important, that is the correct application for calculating system to strategy. Secondly, we will verify how our keywords are well positioned thanks to the pages that respect the correct semantic writing. Thirdly, is the correct compilation and management of the tags in our pages. Then we will go to control the presence of sitemap. And finally, we will check the correct application for the flow of usability rules, which as you remember in our previous lesson, a WordPress like this, it is in the maximum of 500 keywords. We have chosen for you WordPress and not in-engine system because WordPress is a very common CMS, and among the many cases that we wanted is to select this gastronomiclocalaromas.com because it occupies a very competitive sector, that is the online sale for food and wine tours in Italy, specifically in Rome, the capital city of the country. I take this opportunity to remind you that the competitiveness of the keyword is not given by its traffic flow but by the presence of more or less capable competitors for the same keywords. For example, you will find that in the sector we will have well-prepared competitors. What does this mean? For the vast majority of the keywords that we will try together, we will see that there are large existing portals such as TripAdvisor, Booking, Eating Italy, and among others. It is therefore easy to assume that these large portals are not inexperienced SEO site. Indeed, they certainly have a very capable SEO agency, yet we will also see how this simple WordPress will be able to compete with them at the very highest level. Now, let's move on into an anonymous browsing window so as to be sure that the keywords we will try will not be affected by the cookies, that the research results are 100% clean. So as you can also try these keywords for yourself while you are following this lesson. We look for the first keyword, thinking of it as if we're built with field A, B, and C, and this field must be pair. And as you can see here, affordable food is section A, private tasting is section B, Rome Trastevere is section C. Therefore, the basic strategy explains how an object has been chosen in the head or main in field A, a reinforcement in field B, and location in field C. If we try to find this keyword in Google, we get this answer. As you can see, there are great competitors for this research. Here we see Viator, TripAdvisor, Eating Italy, Food Tour Rome, Working Inside Roma, and many others. But in any case, our WordPress is optimally positioned, as you can see. Now let's try to change the keyword according to the mathematical logic that we have learned and change the location in field C. We change Rome Trastevere but move to another area that is popular in Rome known as the Roman Ghetto. So type in Roman Ghetto. As you see here, we always have known competitors but always behind our WordPress, and I talk about Viator, Trip 101, Garmitally, TripAdvisor, Eating Italy, and the results go on and on. However, as you can see in front of them, continues to resist the localaromas.com. So we continue to change keywords and then we try another locality of Rome known and famous for the food and wine, and that is Pistachio Market. So we will change that to Pistachio Market. I changed the keyword but does not change the result. Our WordPress, and always with the different pages, continues to stand up and stay ahead of the giants like TripAdvisor, who is here with more results, Eating Italy, Working Inside Rome, and so on. All competitors that were previously mentioned are extremely strong and aggressive. We have done some exercises changing the location in field C now, and we try the objects in the field A. Change affordable food into Jewish food. Type in Jewish food. So what happened here is that you can see and with your eyes, we continue to maintain the excellent organic positioning always in front of excellent competitors. And with this logic, we will be able to continue in front, continuing with all the other types of tour with different reinforcers and different locations in Rome. For example, if I enter olive oil instead of Jewish food, the result will always be the same. So, and the same will always be the case if we change the reinforcers as mentioned, for example, by inserting a reinforcement different from private tasting and putting best tasting. As per display, the keywords change, the competitors change, but does not change the final result, an excellent organic positioning for our WordPress. So let's try to insert tasting tour instead of best tasting. Same. Good result, and so we can really continue for many keywords. As you can see, therefore, learn the rules of writing and publishing. It is not difficult to get these results. Knowing how to manage a strategy also means comprehending how to manage the workload of pages within a site. Instead, let's look and check the correct application of the rules related to the tags and check out the SERP and our current page now. Do you remember our previous lesson? 3 tags must be present here and 3 on the page. What are the 3 present in the SERP? And those are the URL, our meta title, and our meta description. Now, let's see this page, and when we click on the link, we will see that the other 3 tags that are H1, H2, and paragraph have been managed. So this is our page. As you can see, this is a modern template, very rich and different from the template that we have previously seen for Antichi Angeli. But despite being much richer in functions, which are then reflected into the source code, it has also been well managed. If we go and search the 3 tags used for the semantics, we will see that the following rules are the same. So this is my H1, highlight, select and inspect, and we will see the source code H1. As mentioned here, it's there, H1. Now, let's go and check our H2. Probably this is H2. We will select it, and then highlight, select, inspect again, right-click on your mouse, and then we will see if that is written as H2. That's correct. Now, as you can see here, it is well managed. We will just have to check the paragraph that surely will be like this. And as with the other tags, we will select and inspect the same procedure, and I expect it to see as coded as P or paragraph. Let's see, and that is correct. And indeed, it is so now that we have seen how to arrange a strategy to help you build pages that, if managed well in their writing, are conspicuously strong on organic level. Let's inspect their presence in sitemap and then move here to see simply by writing sitemap.xml at the end of the site domain. So we will type it here. As you can see, the sitemap is present and it is well-ordered page. That is precisely this. Now we just have to check the last thing, or in the meantime understand where is the index page inserted that is dedicated to the SEO project, a page that I remember to be nothing but an evolution of the navigation menu, and that is in compliance with the usability rule. A reminder that requires all pages of a site to be reachable not only from a sitemap but also internally to the site. Now, if we go and search for our index and scroll down the site, surely we will find it as usually inserted in the footer, and in fact I think it is. So still looking, and there you are. Our index is the Tour Rome index. This page allows the spider to evaluate how usable all these pages, because from a practical point of view, even a user, if he wanted, could do the same thing that we are doing now, researching these pages very easily. This is the concept of usability. Now we have to go and check if the parameters of the scope have been respected. For example, those rules that require us to use for SEO is a maximum of 500 pages in WordPress and 5,000 in Engine. You can do this by simply going to query the Google DB in order to understand what you are seeing this page by using the site command. So this is our page, and that I will Google interrogate. I will type in Google search bar the command site colon localaromas.com food tour services and click. And I click enter, and as you can see, Google answers back by giving results on how many pages that show in here. Google tells us that he sees 501 results, then the 500 dedicated to our keyword plus the single index page that group them to respect the usability of the system. If we scroll down through the pages, we also understand the strategies on the whole thing simply by reading the meta titles. The strategies pass from the tours that offer tasting of grappa, food of Jewish origin, all goes through by tours that are daily or not and specified by location. This is true concept of the modern SEO, the realization of the project according to a well-defined rule starting from the calculation of a strategy to be inserted into an existing site without altering the structure indeed, using a special template created only for these pages. Now, if we look at this WordPress, it is truly beautiful and very enriching. For this reason, the source code is likely to be very complex compared to Antiqui Angeli. So meanwhile, learning how to prepare a good template devoting to SEO, and in fact the reason why our exercise starts from this. Creating an ideal template, you will find that the rest will be swift and fast. Realizing an even large and complex SEO project like this that you have just seen, once you have prepared your template, it will be just a matter of momentary. If you do things well and you are in the right track, you can do this too, like this website that is owned by one of our students. We wanted to take this as an example and not the other cases, perhaps because it gives much more striking and complex than the other large companies and multinationals like those that we usually follow. This is to show you that if you do things well, you can keep your site in front of the giant like TripAdvisor. Thank you for being attentive and see you with our next lesson. Bye.